Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2013 North Carolina Almost Homeless Comedy Show. And welcome your pal, your buddy, your host, it's Bugsy!
Oh, Charlotte, we're gonna do it again! Are you guys ready for a full non-stop comedy cruise? Man, I'm excited to be back at the McGlowan. So pretty. So much more than we deserve. Oh, you guys, thank you. Full house again. Give yourselves a hand. That's amazing! About glasses will seriously inhibit your headbanging. And don't worry, John Spurby, we're gonna be funny. Boy, I just flew in from Phoenix, and boy, is my asshole tired. Seriously, I cannot travel with 2 pints of conditioner and shampoo. Look at this beautiful hair. Since 9/11, I've been smuggling a full-size Aussie, shampoo and conditioner and a lighter in my ass. I know you don't really need to smuggle lighters anymore, but I do. It holds in the conditioner. It's really an important part of my carry-on luggage. My carry-in luggage. Seriously, traveling and being on airplanes got to bother me so much, I started traveling by dog sled. Sadly, dog sled security, worse. Yeah, you can take off your snowshoes, but they don't fit in those bins. All right. Jeremy was like, Muggsy, tell me you're not doing dog sled security. I'm like, nah, fuck you, Jeremy. These are my people. I don't know why the people at Locks of Love are so mad at me. I've been sending them half the salmon I catch. You guys are already doing a great job. That is the appropriate response to that bad pun right there. Please, those of you who know a Jew, explain that joke for me. This is Charlotte, after all. Seriously, I gave half my hair to cancer kids. And I called my dad, because I was feeling pretty good about myself. I'm like, Dad, I gave half my hair to cancer kids. My dad was like, what a great way to show you half give a shit about cancer kids. I'm not calling you anymore. Yeah, I've decided I'm having some issues with technology. I got too hooked. I'm like you. I can't stop staring at the phone. The tech, it's killing us. Eye contact, it's gone forever. Technology, you guys, is racist. Here's why technology is racist. I watch Boondocks on Netflix because it's hilarious. I watch the entire seasons. Netflix immediately contacts me and says, Muggsy, you enjoyed the Boondocks, you might enjoy the Cleveland show. No, I might really not. I had to go on a late night condom run. I went to Walmart. I feel bad saying that in a church. Not the condom run, the Walmart. I feel really fucking bad. Late night condom run, I get there, you guys, the only thing on the shelf was Magnum condoms. I was like, well, I'll try it, what's the worst thing that happen? His name is Timmy. No, I'm just kidding. So I grab the Magnum condoms and I'm going out and I see self-checkout. Oh, thank you. Oh, self-checkout. No awkward conversation, no contact, nothing that, just self-checkout. Take my box of Magnum condoms, boop. Unexpected item in bagging area. Yeah, why? Because technology is fucking racist. see it popping up everywhere. Remember, Muggsy told you. We've started doing a lot of fun stuff. One of the things I really enjoy being part of this group, and this comedy group I'm about to introduce you guys, or reintroduce most of you to, is that a lot of us spend time in our yard together. We're in the same yard. We get up in the morning, open the door, there's that asshole you saw yesterday. So after years of this, we've started coming up with fun things to do to keep our week interesting with our 5 days off. We have a thing called No Tech Tuesday. No Tech Tuesday. It's catching on. Please feel free to try it. From 9 to 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every Tuesday, we just do no technology in there. No movies, no texting, no computers, no Facebook, just in the yard. You know what happened? You know what we did with all the extra time we had in our hands? No, we did what any community does when they get bored. We started suspiciously spying on our neighbors. There's nothing to do. Like, I want to use my phone. I can't. I'll sneak over to Louis and make sure he's not fucking using it either. Yeah, just like every society, just crumbling in on itself. And of course, orgies. The orgies are incredibly unfun because Colette always has a note from her doctor why she doesn't have to take part. Terrible, terrible orgies. Oh, we're going to do it again, you guys. I have the best job tonight because all I have to do is convince a crowd of people that came to a show because they love the people in the show, that they're going to love the people in the show they came to see. And that's going to happen for every single one of you tonight. And I'm so glad to be the one that gets to, like, bring my cast of weirdo friends out here and just parade them in front of you like the funny junkies they are. Here's lucky guys. Somewhere right now, I think there's a painting of me getting smarter. Don't apologize. Laugh again. It's happening. I'm glad that many of you read a book. That's amazing. All right. People think, you guys, that firefighters are the real heroes. Do you know what I am? I'm a firefighter fighter. I fucking fight firefighters. Until I got fired. I am getting sick and tired of getting hired to fight fires and then getting fired for fighting firefighters when I wrote firefighter fighter right on the top of my resume. Like, why are people confused? Don't hire me to fight a fire and fire me for fighting firefighters when I'm a firefighter fighter. Now I'm confused. You guys are so fun. Oh, man. You know how most motor vehicle accidents happen within 5 miles of the home? Yep. It sucks for those of us that drive our house. Yeah. White knuckles. 24/7. I love it. I love our community. I love how on Saturday and Sunday, we're a beautiful, festive, full-functioning Renaissance festival. And on Monday morning, we're the Dark Ages. People just come out of their house at like noon without coffee. How many of us died in the night? Just a few. You guys remember any of my fantastic inventions I told you about last year? Remember the phone gun? I took a step up on the phone gun, you guys. I was just in Phoenix, right? Phoenix has incredibly strict drug laws, but incredibly lax gun laws. Like, you can drive around with a gun on your dashboard, they don't care. If I get pulled over in Phoenix, I put my weed in my gun. Right? Cop's like, what's that on the seat next to you, young man? I'm like, well, that's just a MAC-10, officer. He's like, well, God bless you. Go on your way. Drug gun. I'll attach it to the phone gun later. It's going to work out. An invention I've been working on is meat-flavored Skittles. Right? Sounds great, doesn't it? Each Skittle tastes like a different flavor of meat. You can put them on salads like bacon bits. We're working with some catchphrases. Meet the rainbow. Borrowing from another company, we're thinking maybe meat's in your mouth, not in your hands. If I'd have known you guys were going to feel this good about it, I'd actually had the Skittles to sell you after the show. Honestly, the pulled pork is not working out, though. We don't even know what color to make for it. Also, my most recent invention, you guys, and this is not going well, I invented Life Alert bracelets for Weeble Wobbles. Yeah, I should have thought that one through. There's a call center, has had one call. Went, you know what? I'm gonna be all right. Oh my God, I missed you guys. I love you so much. So fun to have you back. All right. I'm going a little short. That's because I got more jokes coming for you in the middle. I'm gonna bring out here a comedian. I'm bringing out a comedian right now that's so adorable. He's the Nermal of our Garfield. Which you guys think is cute, but I think it's because none of you read Garfield 8, Nermal's Revenge. It's a tragic and bloody story. This is a kid so adorable and so fantastic that he's been eaten alive every state we brought him to. You're gonna love him. I love him. Put your hands together for the indubitably delicious, the hilarious Todd Himpler!
Hey! Holy smokes, everybody. I don't know if you can tell, I've been P90Xing. I don't know if you can tell. If P90X was a math equation and you had to solve for X, and X was burritos. I've ate 90 burritos. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I've ate 90 goddamn burritos. Delicious burritos. Guys, I gotta get my hair cut. This is, it's getting out of hand. It's 90% bangs, 10% adorable. I don't know. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I don't know what to do. The problem is when I get my hair cut, I go into the barber shop looking like a lesbian, and then I come out of that same barber shop looking like a different kind of lesbian. So that happens. Guys, sometimes I like to paint my dick purple and go to a lesbian orgy wearing nothing but a belt. Do that sometimes. Do that. That's ridiculous. Oh. You ever had that happen where you're driving around your car and like the check engine light comes on and you take it to the engine people so they can fuck you, and then the tire light comes on, you take it to the tire people so they can fuck you. I wish my car had a Flo the Progressive Girl light. I want to fuck Flo, guys. I want to fuck Flo. That's what I'm saying. That's wrong, and I want to be right. I have Geico insurance, but I also have Progressive insurance because that's one step closer. I figured that out in my life. No, that actually happened to me. The check tire light came on in my car. I was like, fuck, what do I do? So I took it to the tire people, and I walked into the place, and I was like, I'm going to get this taken care of. And I walked in, and I was like, hey, the tire light came on my car. Can somebody help me? And the guy was like super busy, and he's like, yeah, there's a hose outside. Just put air in your tire. Come on, be a man. That's fine. I'll go try that out. Yeah. I don't know anything about cars. I don't know if you can tell. So I tried to figure it out. I went outside. I put the tire air hose machine to my tire, and I was like, maybe it'll just go away. And while I was doing that, the hose exploded and just started partying, just going nuts everywhere. And I lost my goddamn mind. I wigged the fuck out. And I marched back into the store. And it was packed full of people, and I kicked down the door, and I was like, I didn't have a dad growing up! Somebody fucking help me! Oh, lost my goddamn mind, guys. lost my mind. Tom actually came out and helped me. He came out and helped me put air in my tire. I know his name was Tom because he had a name tag that said Tom. I call him Dad now. That's my dad. I still send him Father's Day cards and birthday cards, and he still sends me restraining orders. Yeah. I don't know if you can tell, this light's awfully bright, but I've been growing a pretty solid mustache, you guys. You can't tell. That's fine. It's for Movember, for Mustache November. It's for testicular cancer. It's a big deal. It's something I try to do every year. But I'll be honest with you guys. I actually started like 2 weeks ago, or 2 weeks before November, because I can't fucking grow a goddamn mustache to save my life. Nothing happens. It just looks weird and creepy. I do it every year. One year I tried to do this, and I had a girlfriend at the time, and she was like, "It's so not creepy. I'm so proud of you for doing this." I was like, "Thanks." But I totally know she was messing with me. She totally thought it was creepy too, because the entire month of December, she grew out a Christmas bush. Yeah, she did that. I sang at carols, though. I hung ornaments from it. Fire department came by and they were like, "Mr. Hibbler, could you trim back your hedges because the homeless people are getting their shopping cart wheels stuck in them." I planned on just fading out there. It got weird. Guys, so I've been doing the Renaissance, going into my third year working for the Renaissance Fair, and thank you. Take that, Mom. Every place we go to, we have to, I don't know, if you don't have a home and you're staying in a building, you got to clear out all the rodents and stuff, right? So in Bristol, I was living in a tower and I had to clear all the rodents out so I could live in it, and I never looked up, which was stupid. So I evicted everything, I cleaned everything up, and I went to sleep. I was all cozy in my bed, and I woke up to a scratching sensation on my arm. I woke up, and I just wigged the fuck out. And then all of a sudden, this thing is flying back and forth towards me. The sky mouse is going back and forth, and just partying in the sky, just going nuts. And I was barefoot, I was so comfy, I was so grumpy because it woke me up. And I was like, I gotta get rid of this thing because it's in my exit strategy. I can't get by it. I can't time it right. So I grabbed a pillow and I was like, "Come on, motherfucker, let's do this." And it came right at me and I went, "Hoo-dah!" And it hit the wall and landed on the ground. And I was like, "Oh man, I'm barefoot. This is a horrible moral quandary I have. I hurt this thing, but it attacked me. Right? But now I gotta put it out of its misery. What do I do, right? I'm barefoot, I can't just step on it. That'd be horrible. I'll get it in between my toes, I'll feel like a monster." Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I know, guys. That's how I felt. So I did what I thought was the right thing to do, and I grabbed a corner of the pillow and I just went. I didn't do that. I've had a cuter way to do that. I did the humane thing, guys. I did the right thing. I put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the freezer. I'm not a monster. I'm not a monster. It attacked me. Guys, that was really super fun. I'm going to bring back out your host. Hey, guys, thanks. I've been Todd Hibbler. That's really fun. Thank you, guys.
One more round of applause for Todd Hibbler. Did I promise you adorable? Did I deliver? All right, well, let's keep this cruise ship going. Like I said, we do a lot of open mics. It's how we earn these great, beautiful rooms. We're on our way to open mic, 9 p.m. We're heading to Charlotte. I got Louie in the truck with me. Yeah, it got weird. Not super weird. I pull up first, there's a train going by. Ding, 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 train. You know what that looks like. Chugga, chugga, choo, choo. Goes forever. Sitting there, kind of late to get to the mic. Train, train. Finally, train goes by. I'm like, ah. Arms start to go up. They're almost all the way up. Ding, ding, ding. They stop. They go back down. Ding, ding, ding. Train going the completely other fucking direction. I'm like, what the fuck? Louis goes, he forgot his wallet. Yeah. Right? That's kind of the magic we get every day out of your next comic. Just the perfect, pure comedy of Louis
Hey guys, how's it going? That's how I feel too. Look, tonight I'm doing something a little special. I have my whole set list with me tonight over here. I want to show that to you before we get started. It's right here. You can probably, I'm reflecting in some of your eyes. Now, if you want to go online and follow along, you can go to my Facebook page. I posted it there. Just take out your phone. You can follow along with the set list, see what we get to tonight. We're not going to get to everything here. We're going to have some fun. I'll wait. Cold lately, huh? It's colder than a titty in a freezer tonight, huh? My grandmothers used to say that a lot. I think she was a serial killer. Thanks, Duncan. That's right there. That's that one right there. The cold one. You guys following along? Good. I went to the mall today and I spent $170 because I was sad. Yeah, but it feels good when you buy things, right? Look at this outfit. Didn't need it. Bought it. I'm wearing Adidas. I don't wear Adidas. I don't know what my feet are going to do with me tonight. They're going to take me somewhere in a back alley somewhere. I want to get off your feet, boy. You'll notice there's a shoe on the set list. It's actually these exact shoes. I took it to a photographer this week, my shoes and I. $12.95, 10 minutes sitting. I got the CD package, another $150, but my shoes are worth it. You know, I was really happy that day. You think I need glasses? If I do this a lot when I'm reading, is that glasses? I have a serious issue with my mouth. I think things are going wrong in my mouth. Like, my breath has gotten really bad, and I notice people turning away when they talk with me. They don't think I notice, but you pick up on these things. In fact, when I breathe in really hard, I taste blood. Come on, Obamacare! Or as I like to call it, Obi-Wan care, because it's my only hope. Oh, I so need it. You guys ever heard of the fork box challenge? Here's what you do. You buy a box of 100 forks. You use one fork for every meal. Waste as many forks as you can a day. What I do, because I've done the challenge before, I know some secrets. I use a fork for eating yogurt. I use a fork when I'm cutting things. Just use the fork. If you scrape it enough, it'll cut through. It's a fork box challenge. Now see, every one of these forks is already made. I'm not wasting them. I'm giving them a purpose. They're just gonna sit in the box, but I'm giving them life everlasting in the Fork Box Challenge. Fork Box Challenge. Fork Box Challenge. You heard that in your mind, though, a little bit, right? Isn't that weird? Like, you hear things in your head. Whenever I dial the phone, I still hear the numbers, even if my phone's on silent. Boop, boop, beep, boop, 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 boop. That's what I hear every time. And then I wonder at that point, what else is my brain tricking me about? Like, what? It has to be up to something all the time. I was eating a bag of trail mix just the other day, and I was tilting it back. Seeds, 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 big lump of something. I had no idea. And then my mind immediately goes to, there's a dead mouse in the bag. Immediately. It's like, whoa. So I look in, and it's a big clump of raisins in there. Like, they just didn't get mixed. It was golden, delicious raisins. And I took them out, set them aside, and then I went to eat some more, but every time I tilted the bag back, just the image of dead mouse. Dead mouse. I closed it up, have not touched it since. I have actually thrown away a complete bag of fast food because I just knew that the guy spit in it. I just knew. I just picked it up. No, thank you. Trashed it. Horrible, horrible. Like, my brain, for me, it's food. Like, I always think somebody's messing with my food. Like, the other day, Monday, I ordered pizza from Domino's, but I did it in the parking lot on my cell phone so they wouldn't, like, think I'm weird or offend them or anything, so they wouldn't spit in it. That is just the sad truth, honestly. Like, I was 5 feet away from the door ordering because I didn't want to interact with humans. Oh, you should get out more. Have a little confidence. People like you. Bloop, bloop, bloop. The best part of waking up is realizing I didn't die in my sleep. Coffee's pretty good, but... I really like these lamps around here. It's like old-timey ghosting. I wish when I said that, like, there were ghosts. I don't know. Let's all make ghost noises. Ooh, I feel it. Thank you. I think the stand's more nervous than I am. Ruh-roh, Raggy. We have strayed from the set list, I need to tell you. There is no Ruh-roh, Raggy on there. I've been playing a video game lately. It's called Cat War, and it's on my phone. Completely free game, but I've spent $50 on it. Oh, they got me. I borrowed $500 from my parents to pay my truck bill, and $50 went to Diamonds and Cat War. I'm invested in diamonds, Father! Well done, son. This is my father voice. It was my parents' 40th anniversary just the other day. That was pretty cool. I'm 39. Something happened. Like, I'm just looking at my idea, like, I really like this thing. Like, I can just look over and there's, like, things to just tweak my imagination. Like, I want to go off script, but no. I'm going to give you the big nose here. I recently got a new pet. Very cool pet. And I found him in my nose. It was a booger. It was a booger pet. And I took him out, played with him a little bit, left him on the desk next to my keyboard all day. Now, the best thing about a booger pet, you don't have to feed them. They feed you! Yeah! Take your cranberry fingers, feed them all. If you ever borrow my car, never put your hand right there under the seat. Don't do it! That's my area! slept with the nicotine patch on the other day, and you're not supposed to sleep with the nicotine patch because your dreams turn into nightmares. You're locked in like a lucid state. Like I thought I woke up and was alive like 10 times. Then I realized I was asleep and I was in different houses and stuff. It just made me crazy. My friend came over and said, "How's the patch working?" I said, "Great, I slept with it." He was like, "No, you never sleep with the patch." But you should. Like, sleep paralysis is pretty high. Maybe not. Louis, I don't think you should talk about that anymore. Thank you, Father God. I've been going to Cracker Barrel a lot lately. It's a great place. On Tuesday, I go there, and I've been doing this at a Christian coffee shop nearby, too. I'm not very religious, but every time I go to Cracker Barrel or this coffee shop, I pray before my meal. And if you guys want to meet me there on Tuesdays, I'm starting a prayer circle. We're going to do it every Tuesday at Cracker Barrel. Come by, changing the world, one Uncle Herschel's meal at a time. Again, not on the list, just something I do. You guys pray? Yeah, even if you're not praying to God, you pray a little bit every day, right? Like a little bit, you're like, oh please, oh this, oh that. It's cool, keep doing it. Weird turn, right? Weird turn. It's okay. I need you to know how my life is changing. I really want to date a girl who has a map of the Caribbean island on her back, so that when I pull out and come, X marks the spot. Arr! Yeah, you want to go back to the Cracker Barrel now, don't you? A couple more things here. One more thing here that's important to me. Video games. I've played a lot of video games in my life. I love video games. I love what they've done for me. And I've actually learned a lot from video games. I've learned that if you beat up a neighborhood ruffians, your reward is 6 gold pieces and a dagger. I learned from video games that any bar I walk into, there's probably a mercenary waiting to be hired. I've learned that every game is a system, and every system can be gamed. I've learned that any foe can be defeated, any government can be overthrown, anywhere there is tyranny, we will bring it before us and make it kneel before the people. One voice, one idea. Enjoy Coca-Cola. Thank you. I've been Louie. Have a great night.
I know a lot of you thought there was no way that guy could get weirder in 1 year. Welcome to the magic. I've always thought there's like 2 types of men in the world. Like real men, manly real men. And the rest of us, like comedians, actors, musicians. Somehow, this next comedian, I don't know how he fucking did it, he's both. He's hilarious, he's brilliant, and he is the only real man on this tour. I give you the amazing, the incomparable, the fantastic Steve Cowan!
Charlotte, I'm back! Oh, I'm so glad to see you guys again. My goodness gracious. I'll tell you what, I had a rough start to my day. I woke up this morning with my neighbor's lawnmower just screaming in my ear, just wah! And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm not getting up. He's gonna have to mow around me this time. What a jerk. I have always dreamed of a world without borders. And now, thank God, there's only Barnes & Noble. My dreams are coming true. Yep. For the purposes of this next joke, I quit drinking recently. Thank you. And ever since I did, I have all this energy. It might be the cocaine. I don't care, I feel great. Yeah. I might have cancer, feeling great, except for that I might have cancer. And I'll tell you why. I might have cancer. It's really probably the stupidest reason in the world. I don't want somebody to stick their finger in my butt. I don't. And evidently, every proctologist in America has decided that the only way to find prostate cancer is to stick a finger in your butt. And I'm calling bullshit. They can take a picture of anything in you. They can take a picture of your bones, your ligaments, your teeth, your lungs. They can take a picture of you in your living room from outer space. They can fucking take a picture of your prostate. It makes me mad, obviously. I mean, come on. If I went to a cardiologist and he said, well, I'm thinking you might have heart trouble, but to figure it out, I'm gonna stick my finger in your heart. I'd be like, cardiology, you right in the fucking corner with proctology. Get out of the dark ages. Learn how to use an iPad. There's a fucking prostate app already. On it. I mean, I'm no doctor. I know, I'm no doctor, but I do think it's a little bit weird that one of my breasts is slightly larger than the other two. I don't know if I mentioned that I love women. I do. I do. I love women. I love women. Women are beautiful. Women have an inner strength that I really admire. Fellas, if you don't think women are strong, try shoving one in the trunk of a car sometime. Even the little ones will surprise you. I know that's a horrible joke. I know it's a horrible joke. I'm a father. I'm not the kind of guy that shoves women in trunks, please. I protect women. I raised a young girl, and I've learned in raising a girl to a woman that there are many sides to every conflict. Many sides. Could be homicide, could be suicide, spermicide. But what I'm saying is there's always hope. Always hope. I also raised a son. He smokes pot sometimes. Just a little bit sometimes. Okay, a lot. And I was teasing him about it. I said, you know what? If they ever do a genetic test on you, first of all, they're going to look at your DNA and say it's mutated. It's THCNA now. And your father is Willie Nelson. That could happen, right? It's possible. Yeah, what else? You know, I got to tell you guys about an unusual person that came into my life a couple of weeks ago. I had kind of a bad day, and at the end of the day, I just wanted to get a steak and a bottle of wine. That was it, a steak and a bottle of wine. So I drove across to the store that's, I don't want to mention what the store is, because it's like, I'll just make one up. It's like Harris Tweaker. Just made up. So I go into the Harris Tweaker, and I get it, find a steak, I find a bottle of wine, and I'm feeling a little better now. I get up to the cashier and put the stuff down, and the cashier says, do you qualify for the senior citizens discount? That's how I felt. I was like, oh, okay. No, but thank you for asking. And she said, okay, and she scans the stuff, and she says, do you have an ID for the wine? I was like, okay, I'll play along. And then I realized I didn't have my wallet. And I was like, oh, you know what? I don't have my wallet. I do have cash, though, so can you just ring it up? I'm obviously 21. And she says, no, if you don't have an ID, I can't ring up the wine. And I went, oh. Look, why can't you do that? And she said, if I ring up the wine without an ID, I'll be breaking the law. And I said, no, if you sell wine to someone that's under 21, you'll be breaking the law. But we both know I'm 21 because you just thought I was 65. So all I'm asking is just use your common sense, right? And she said the thing that I'll never forget, sir, if I use my common sense, I'll be breaking the law. So, I figured the next thing I say to her, she deserves. And I thought about it for a second, and I said to her the thing that my son said to me when he was a little boy and I put him in timeout. He said to me, and I said to her, in my world, you were born without a head. That's how you handle that. Some of you might know I direct a show at the Renaissance Fair, and as a director, sometimes I have to do directory things, like tell people what to do in rehearsal, right? And this wasn't at this show, as the last show we were at, I was directing one of the young men in the show, and I said, hey, do something, hold your shield up higher, or something like that. And he said, back to me as the director, suck my dick! Now, I've worked in theater. I did Shakespeare. And I know there's a long list of appropriate responses when a director gives you a stage direction. Suck my dick is not one of them. Not on the list. So I stopped the rehearsal. I said, suck my dick? And he said, oh, what I meant was, I knew what you said to me. I knew I was supposed to be doing that, and I was thinking I was trying to do it, but I was just frustrated because I knew I should be doing that, so I just said, suck my dick, like, I know, suck my dick. Okay, all right. I said, well, okay, fuck you. Now, I don't mean that like, I want to fuck you. Fuck you, I just mean it like, the regular fuck you. That's how you handle that. You guys have been great. I have been Steve Cowan. I appreciate you guys all coming out. Thank you. Enjoy the show.
Huh? In a world, half man, half comedian. Steve Cowan! Since I said Steve Cowan was the only real man that was also an actor, I've gotten no less than 11 texts from Jose Granados. So I'd like to make a retraction. There's 2 of them. One's Mexican. Oh, you guys, I've mentioned this open mic thing a lot because it's the fun, it's the work, it's the hard work of it, and it's just a pain in the ass of it. It's where we met this next comic. Like, when we go out, it's hard to convince us to get 8 deep and drive to Charlotte and go perform our jokes in front of a whole room of comedians that don't really care. They're just waiting for their chance to tell jokes, just staring at you. But there's one comic that always makes this room full of jaded, angry comics laugh. And there's one comic that always comes up when we're like, oh, maybe we shouldn't go, maybe we should go. And then someone will go, no, we should go. Because you know who's going to show up late, half drunk and pissed off? Nick Robinson!
Good evening. Hey. It wasn't even a joke. You guys got better drugs, don't you? Fucking damn it. Should've hung out with the crowds and a bunch of almost homeless people. Me and my girlfriend were watching The Sixth Sense yesterday, and it turns out she was dead the whole time. That's not funny. It's really not. She was with child. Sorry, Mom. Oh, shit. Where do we go from there? I work 2 jobs. Yeah, 2. Look at me. I look like I work 3. What the fuck? I thought I looked good tonight. Fucking hate you. In the morning, I scoop dog shit at a dog kennel. And then in the evening, I make sandwiches at Subway. So I guess you guys want some free sandwiches. I brought some. Audience appreciation, or whatever they call it. It's okay, you won't die of E. coli. You'll die of E. coli. Somebody asked me a couple weeks ago, they said, hey. I'm sorry, I really like the microphone in here. It sounds really good. I'm used to places that it just sounds like you're talking to people next to you. This is really impressive. I was like, hey, Nick, if you could get a hand job by any celebrity, dead or alive, who would you choose? And I thought for a second, because hand jobs always suck. Jesus Christ could give you one, but it would still be really fucking disappointing. And I thought, and then I looked in this man in the eyes and I said, Michael J. Fox. Guys, calm down. It's just a side effect. Because I haven't been drinking tonight, so I'm getting the shakes. I said Michael J. Fox because when I finally come, I can be like, Michael, we have to go back. We have to go back to the future. Not as strong of a laugh, but if you think about it and you look back to 1989 when Back to the Future came out, you would understand that joke better. So shame on you guys. And this same person, he asked me another question. People are so nosy when they're on cocaine, right? Leave me alone. I just want to be with my own thoughts. He was like, if you could sleep with any celebrity, dead or alive, who would you choose? And I said, Whitney Houston. Dead. You guys are worse than me. Jesus Christ. What's your excuse? But if you think back to it, and you realize how much I hate sharing cocaine, it makes kind of sense, right? Right? So I guess you guys hate sharing cocaine too, right? I don't care who the fuck you are. You're not getting all this. You go to the bath and you die. It's okay. My set it's way more G-friendly after this. Oh, God, it's not. I swear to God, Mom, this is water. I exposed myself to a cat today. That was the setup. You're not supposed to laugh at that. I thought that was like a normal thing that happened at people's houses. Oh, hey kitty, here's my penis. Look at it. Look it in the eyes. Say meow. Meow. All right, go back to playing with whatever cats do. Can I start that joke over before I was very fucking rudely interrupted? Sorry. I exposed myself to a cat today because there were no children at the playground. Are you calm yet? Are you? Because I got like 8 more jokes. I only got 10 minutes. You're holding the crowd back, man. You're so rude. Get your shit together, bro. Fucking damn it. Ugh. I've been watching a lot of NASCAR lately. Really? That's not even funny. It's sad. Was there nothing else on TV? I've been watching a lot of NASCAR lately. I mean, I've been smoking a lot of crystal meth. It's basically the same thing. You just run around in circles for 8 fucking hours. And you wake up butt-ass naked next to some guy named Jeremy. And he never calls you back. But for some reason, this tattoo on my chest that says Pepsi won't come off. Do you guys think the TV show Glee is going to start covering Nirvana songs? All right. Well, this is obviously one I got to explain to you, so I'm going to come up closer. Sorry I'm taking this out on you. It's not you, I can tell you understand. All right, so on the TV show Glee, the lead character overdosed on heroin, just like the lead singer on Nirvana overdosed on heroin. Does it make sense to you? Did you get it? Can you see the gay kid singing Rape Me yet? Cause I fucking can. No, I'll wait. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not used to more than 5 people watching me at one time. They're usually working at Walmart making sure I'm not stealing $6 watches. So this is a nice change of pace. I guess a couple of you work at Walmart, right? It's okay. It's a good store. They hire veterans. Bad setup for the next joke. So, do you guys like impressions? Do you? Don't clap. I haven't done anything yet. Calm down. All right, this is my impression of Ryan Seacrest from American Idol after he goes to the doctor's office. This is gonorrhea. You get it, the itch, right? I don't know what gonorrhea does, but I assume it's itchy. It's almost true. Do you guys like people from up north? Oh, you're not gonna like this joke. This is my impression of people from up north. Did you see the Yankees game? Nah. Nah. They lost. Nah. Nah. Can I finish the joke? Jesus Christ. People need to hold it in before you let it out. So I did that joke up north in New York, right? And they were like, "You're not funny." Yeah. I was like, "Yeah, I'm funny." If this was down south. All right, we're running out of material. We got one more. I drink a lot, right? You've noticed, haven't you? Really? Now you guys aren't on my side? It's not like I beat our kids or anything. Jesus. And so, like, a side effect of drinking a lot is you, like, spill shit, right? You spill it all the fucking time. And then I just kind of stare at it for, like, 3 to 6 months. Kind of like BP oil. Oh, what do we fucking do about this? I don't know, boys. It is Florida. Fuck it. Let it leak for 6 months. It's just old people, vacationers. Have you guys ever gotten a boner at the weirdest time? It's kind of what just happened to me. It's polite to the children to sit down. And then politely explain to them what that is. Relate it to The Lion King. That's a good movie for everything. It's a circle of calm. Are you coming back or? No, it's cool. I'll do 30 minutes and just talk to him. All right. No, really, come. I want to leave on a good note. Thank you.
And no one ever gonna take you down. You're the best around. As long as we leave town, you're the best. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick fucking Robinson. What did you think I was gonna do? Just bring another fucking fluffy, light, delightful joker? No, that's the real truth of comedy. That's the beauty of it. That's Nick fucking Robinson. Yeah. He's made more idiots drive 40 miles to watch comedy in South Carolina than anybody else I know. That's Nick Robinson. Thank you very much. I'll see you after the intervention. And as they say in showbiz, I don't read much. Yeah.
July 2nd, 1984, Todd was born. July 2nd, 1985, Colette was born. Both born with a love of dance, but born 1 year apart.
It's a variety show. We did it. Woohoo! Oh, man, we have a camera on all y'all's faces that whole bit. Best audience ever. Best dance duo ever. Give him a hand. Come on. 1 year apart in a world. You guys, I'm bringing out the next comic. You all know him. You all love him. And I think I figured out the secret to this guy's past life. Your next comic is hairy. Your next comic is entertaining. Your next comic loves riding a bicycle and juggling. Your next comic may have very well been a Russian circus bear in his last life. I give you Matt Connolly!
Holy shit, it is very bright
here right now. How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good time? You guys all drinking? Everybody go drink during the intermission? Yeah, drinking is the solution to a good comedy night out here, I promise you. I'm not drinking these days. I'm on a new medication, to be honest with you. I felt a couple issues, and I went to the doctor, and he wrote me a prescription. I'm not for glaucoma or PTSD or shingles. I don't know what I told him, but he wrote me a prescription for medical marijuana, and everything's just much better now in my life. So really, that shit really works. Especially around here, because the weed you can buy in the Charlotte area is just terrible, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, for real, right? Yeah, it's been a long, long time. 15 years, we've been at the Renaissance Festival for 15 years this year, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's cool, I love it. It's our third year at the Almost Homeless Comedy Show, so I'm not even really going to do like the fun, big jokes I would do for a big, exciting crowd. I'm just going to do the weird jokes that I would like to tell you guys. It's going to be fun. It's going to be less of a comedy set, more like a rambly TED Talk where the guy says fuck a lot. Doesn't really make any point in the end. It's true, we do a juggling show, most of you know, a kid show. It's pretty family friendly. I've got a pretty good record for never accidentally cursing on stage, but the price for that is just, I'm a fucking terrible potty mouth in my everyday life. I can't help it. Just curse all the fucking time for any fucking reason whatsoever. Yep, that's good. So 15 years, we've been here. When exactly, I missed a couple years, when the fuck did Charlotte get cool? It's good here now, right? There's all sorts of cool stuff. There's like Noda and little bicycle shops and coffee shops and Amelie's Market and like all these fucking things. Like 15 years ago, it was only like the Coliseum was owned by even a shittier company than Bojangles. And all there was downtown was fucking Ree-Raw. Yeah, I fucking hate that place. It's the worst. That place is terrible. Like, well, we're gonna have an after party there, so if you enjoy an overpriced bowl of brown gravy and the worst fucking service in the Carolinas, come on down to Ree-Raw, 'cause we'll be there. No, we're not going to be there. I'm lying. Like, do not go to Ree-Raw tonight to find us. Do not go to Ree-Raw ever again for any reason. That place is fucking horrible. It is actually the only restaurant that I've ever stolen a carpet from in my entire life. That fucking bad. Yeah, 15 years. We just fucking love being here. You guys are so great to us. Like, everybody here is so much fun. Like, at the fair, so much fun. See you around town, so much fun. Like, you guys are just great. Most of the time, unless you're operating a motor vehicle within 50 miles of the Charlotte area, in which case you can go fuck yourselves, all of you. Fuck you. I hate you. You're terrible. Like, I want you all to get, like, raped and eaten by wolves. And not raped by people and then eaten by wolves. Double wolves is what I want from you, Charlotte Riders. But I do really enjoy your regional barbecue. Did you see what I did there? Have you guys ever heard of a compliment sandwich? It's where when you've got to criticize somebody and you say something very nice, and then you say what you really want to tell them, and then you say something nice again, and they just sort of forget that you told them those things. It works out really good in almost any situation, yeah. It's like, the Charlotte area is really cool. It's really expanding wonderfully. You can't build a fucking 100,000 houses and then not work on any roads. It's going to be fucking terrible. Did anyone ever play Sim City around here? What the fuck were you people thinking? Wow, Cookout has so many kinds of milkshakes. I love it there. Any situation you can use the compliment sandwich in. You can like, hey, Todd, you really fucking killed it in your set there. That's about enough of the fucking high fives, dude. And sweet tramp stamp. How do you guys like my hair? Is it good? I've been growing it out for a couple of years. I really love the hair these days. And I didn't grow it out just to get laid, which isn't working, by the way. I have been cast in a major television role. It's true. Next year, we're going to go into production for Fox. It's a new television sitcom called The Adventures of Fat Jesus. It is going to be good. Look for it soon. It's going to be really, really big. All the test marketing is just off the charts because, like, what is more American than casual obesity and a subjective interpretation of what God is? It's going to be good, though. It's going to be really fucking big. Okay, here's the premise. What if Jesus did not die on the cross for our sins, but rather just sort of kept rolling around Galilee with his buddies, solving crimes and fighting evil, right? And like maybe kind of let himself go in his 30s and picked up like a bitchy, wisecracking wife. It's going to be a really good show. There's going to be like product placement for the show. It's going to be good. Like I can turn any liquid into Mike's Hard Lemonade in the show. There's a big like McDonald's fish fillet product placement thing going on. It's going to be good. And then at the end of every episode, I can say like fun stuff like, chillax, bro. Jock itch is cured. Like, if anybody out there is religious, by the way, if you can cure my jock itch with your religion, I will join your religion. I will become a devout member of whatever church you are if you can cure what I got going on down there. Like, I don't care, like, Jewish, Christian, Muslim, Mormon, Scientologists, fucking melon people. I don't care. I will join your religion right now. I'm for real. This is a serious issue. You guys, breast cancer gets a whole month. When do we get to talk about ball itch, ladies and gentlemen? It's a real fucking thing. Like, okay, a round of applause in the audience of all the men. All the men. Okay, good, cool. Now, please, a round of applause of any man who never has testicular itching problems. Right? And women, you can use your period. Like, oh, I got a period. That's fucking 5 days, right? You live with ball itching every day of your life. It's like a fucking rat that lives in the basement chewing a hole through something. And sometimes that rat goes to sleep, but that rat never fucking leaves that basement. He's just chewing and chewing and chewing. And you can be like, oh, sorry, I was a real bitch, Sally. My Aunt Flo's in town. But you can never be like, oh, sorry, bro, I was a dick. My fucking balls are huge and inflamed right now. It's terrible. Chewing, and you just start scratching it, and like you can just get lost. I'm like, I am lucky I have not been picked up for public masturbation at this point. You can just like, oh, eyes just roll back in your head, and you don't know what's going on, and like, oh, hello, welcome to Chick-fil-A. Would you like it? Oh. No, it's cool. I'm not jerking off in Chick-fil-A. Okay, like with Chick-fil-A, my fucking problem with Chick-fil-A is not the whole homophobia thing, right? Because even my gay friends will admit they just make a superior chicken sandwich. Like, there's no question they've won. Like if a non-bigoted Christian fundamentalist company were to make a comparable quality chicken sandwich, I might have to reassess things. But for now, Chick-fil-A has won. I don't care. My thing with Chick-fil-A is the fucking half-literate Judas cows that stand there with the signs to get you to eat more chicken. It's horrible. Like, it's a Christian company. What are you doing? That's terrible. Like, and you only ever see that shit in the animal kingdom, too. You never, like a pig for a barbecue restaurant. You see that all the time. But you never see, like, just some Palestinian dude with, like, a hand-lettered sign that says, fuck Israel. You never see a smiling baby on a billboard for National Abortion Day. Okay, you guys don't like the National Abortion Day joke. Well, don't go blaming me. It wasn't me. I didn't invent it. It was the greeting card companies. They are merciless. Like, don't get me wrong with the balls. It's not, I mean, like a flashpoint with the balls. It's not like every day it's not this bad to the point where I would, like, talk about it to several hundred people in a refurbished Baptist church. But, like, right, like, I do a lot of bike riding, Muggsy mentioned. We're actually going on, like, a 900-mile bike trip to Florida over the winter. Like, I'm kind of worried, like, it's a whole, well, bike riding does not help anything with your balls. Like, and, like, it was like a hot, warm summer, and now we're getting into pant season. It's creating a greenhouse effect. It's just fucking... I was sort of concerned about my hearing loss. I was worried I was going to go see about my hearing loss, and then I realized that I just don't care about a lot of stuff. It's a rat fucking gnawing all the goddamn time. And it's not just the balls. It's like everything the balls come into contact with. It's like the inner thigh and the taint and that thing there that's sexy on girls, but on me it's just a horrible, itching, terrible fucking zone. A lot of surface area, that much skin. Like, Nazi scientists could make a large, really disgusting lampshade from this much surface area skin. I wish there was like a all-Indian Metallica cover band called Seek and Destroy. Yeah, not Native Americans, but Indians, but like the Indians who are Sikhs. Okay. And then you're like, surely there's got to be some kind of product you can apply to your testicles to solve the problem. And there's that Loterman spray. The fucking cure is worse than the disease, ladies and gentlemen. It's just like horrific. It's just like there's this aerosol freezing sort of time, and then this horrific burning that means the medicine is actually working, but it's just so painful you can only do it in short blasts until you're like, fuck it, finally I'm just going to man up. And it's like, And then I fell to the floor in my fucking house, like weeping, like when they use the machine on Wesley and Princess Bride. Like a broken torture victim. And the burning just goes on and on. There's like this hydrogen peroxide, like bubbling that you don't know is real or imaginary. Girls always be texted. Sometimes girls like to flirt when they're texting and they start sexting and send you sexy messages. What I have, actually, I want to tell you guys about is my very own new sex tape. It's not a sex tape, don't worry. It's a trained gorilla that generates erotic text messages for girls. It's a sex tape. Just trying to distract from all the balls material. Look, I gotta get out of here. This has been such a fucking fun night. You guys are so much fun. The fans coming here to the stage, so good. Stop driving in the fucking left lane, Charlotte. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.
Who's your favorite fucking Russian circus bear? Huh? God, he's great, he's funny, he's real, he has easily the second prettiest hair. He's coming up quick though, right? What is he doing? What's his secret? I won't know until I sit next to him on a plane. Sweet, sweet Matt Connolly. Listen, I'm bringing you guys a comedian right now, and there's nothing I can think of that I can say about this comedian that will get me out of the doghouse. She's a she. Yeah, she's beautiful. Is she? I hadn't noticed. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. She's so funny. She's like the best taste. Like, we got a good group. Yeah, she's the only girl, but she has like the best taste. You're about to find that out. Like the best taste in jokes. Right? Best taste in jokes, easily. Best fashion sense, not even just because she's a girl. Her and Todd are close tight, but best fashion sense, you know. She's got the best taste in men. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you a comedian, you guys, this is why you're here. She's actually Douglas Young, one of the amazing people here at Blumenthal. One of the reasons we're even at this amazing theater. Pretty much fell in love with her and offered her this gig. Yeah. But because she's a great person, she's like, can I bring 8 of my lamest friends? And we were like, seriously, the comedic stylings of Colette Dessignew!
Hey guys, how's it going? Ow! Yeah. Have you guys ever played that game where you can make up your own porn name by combining your first pet with the name of the street you grew up on? Have you ever played that game? Well, mine's Dusty Thompson, which is pretty good. But we were playing that game the other day, and Muggsy, he got really sad. And I was like, what's the matter? And he said, mine doesn't work. And I was like, what do you mean it doesn't work? What's your porn name? He was like, Yucky 3rd Street. Yucky 3rd Street. I want Yucky 3rd Street to be a detective. You know, I want him to be like a real character, Yucky 3rd Street, like, hey, I'm Yucky 3rd Street, here to solve the case of that ass. Wait, he might be a porn star detective. It's a combination of the two. You guys having a fun night so far? I'm having a great time. I'm really excited about everything going on. I'm really excited about you guys being here. I just came from New York before this, and in New York, if you ever do anything even remotely interesting, the people there will be like, you should make a reality show about that. And, my friend makes reality shows. Let's all be on a reality show. And, and I'm not really a huge fan of reality shows, except for game shows. So I came up with a few ideas. My first game show idea is called Smoke It or Sell It. And players win points based on their own logic. So, like, the host will yell out something like, like, this cocaine. And you'll be like, I'll sell that, Bob. Or like, this ham. And you're like, I'll smoke that, Bob. Or like, this expensive marijuana. Tick-tock, tick-tock. I don't know what to do. It's worth a lot of money, but I really want to smoke it. And then the audience starts to yell out what they think you should do, like, I'll smoke that shit. Because that's always a crowd pleaser. You gotta end on smoke it. You don't win the money. So that's one. I have another idea. It's called Man versus Wild versus Food. And I don't really know what it's about, but it could be like, this man tries to eat more hot dogs than this bear. Or like, I don't know. A man and a bear team up to eat more krill than a whale. 10 8th graders try to eat more tomato soup than this anteater. I have a lot of ideas for Man versus Wild versus Food. Yes, I think that might be my favorite, even though I don't know what it's about. I also have one called America Gets Judged. It's just me, like, you're fat, America. Don't seem to care about it. That's what I like about you. I just feel like America likes being judged, which is a trend I've noticed. What else? I think I have another show. It's called Who's the Biggest Douchebag in This Mansion? Because that seems to be a huge seller. Just thought I'd make some money. Because the world is ending. Mass suicide? Mass suicide? Okay, I know that death is scary, but I mean, it has to be scary, right? Because if it wasn't scary, then we'd just be offing ourselves all the time. Like, if you knew, like, what if the process between death and life is like 1,000,000 orgasms? And if you knew that, then every time you had to fill out a W-2, you'd be like, fuck this. I'm gonna have 1,000,000 orgasms and be a baby again. Right? So how about it? I poisoned all the drinks. How about a toast to being babies again? I got you guys to agree to a mass suicide. Makes me happy. You guys ever try to do stuff with your other hand? Like you're not dominant. For me, my left hand. It's really, really difficult. Like, it's practically impossible. I consider my left hand to be like my right hand's retarded friend that we just let hang around, and it can like hold things and help out a little bit, but mostly, generally pretty useless. You know how people are like, you should masturbate with your other hand, because it's like a whole nother person. And I'm like, I don't even see how that's possible, because I tried brushing my teeth with my other hand, and I ended up just moving my head a lot. Just more work for my head. This is a mystery. It's okay. I have a confession to make. I've spent many years thinking that Sigmund Freud is a complete douchebag. But after all these years, I have penis envy. I do. Penis envy can come to you in different ways, you guys. Okay? It's just that I want a piece standing up. It's not fair. It's not fair. Boys are so casual. They're just standing there with their back to you, like no big deal. Nothing going on over here. Like, we camp a lot, you know? I have to have different techniques for different outfits, you know? Different styles. I hate it. The other day, my friend was like, I spelled my name like 6 times. I was like, ah! why. But then I realized, ladies, we can spell our names when we pee, but we have to do an elaborate dance. And it'll be different for each woman, you know? I thought as a culture we could make it into a mating ritual. Each dance unique to each woman. You want to see mine? Yeah, okay, here we go. Okay. So, squatting, right? See? I needed my shoe. Never mind. We'll work on it. Work on it for a year. We'll come back. Come back to it. So, yeah. I've been working on a little song for you guys. Can I have that extra mic? You guys want to hear a song? Yeah. I want to play you a song. Thank you. Very nice. A little bit of this. And a little bit of G-C-E-A. Okay, cool. My dog has fleas, my owner's a liar. That's how I tune. All right. So, you guys know that we travel around the country doing comedy and doing open mics. And when you go around the country listening to people's jokes, you really learn a lot about the different regions that you're in and the different attitudes that people have when they're telling their jokes. And you can just learn a lot about the country that way. Learn a lot about life. Learned a lot doing stand-up comedy. Like, most comedians' wives are bitches. And most husbands are stupid. Learned a lot from doing stand-up comedy. Like, nobody wants to hear about my vagina. Sorry, fishy. Learned a lot doing stand-up comedy. Like, black people are different than white people in some ways. Actually, I was in a comedy club last week, and this guy was like, white people love yogurt. I spend all my time selling yogurt to white people. I did not know that. I mean, I'm white and I like yogurt, so I should have suspected, but I had no idea. And like, apparently balls are really uncomfortable. You know? But I did know that. I learned a lot from doing stand-up comedy. Like, airplanes are really difficult for people to get on. It sucks for everybody. Poor Muggsy. I learned a lot from doing stand-up comedy. Like, just like in life, pedophiles aren't funny. I've learned a lot from doing stand-up comedy. Like, comedy's funny when it's funny, but then when it's not funny, it's funny in hindsight. Like, hey, remember that time I sucked? That was hilarious. But if you do manage to make somebody laugh hard enough, they may give you free chicken fingers. Yep. Dream big. Learn a lot. We're doing stand-up comedy. Like, one time I learned what it would look like if you crossed a koala bear with a stripper. But then I learned immediately afterwards that if you're pretending to be a koala bear on a stripper pole that you found in a crappy comedy club, you should probably wash your hands and don't touch your face. I learned a lot from doing stand-up comedy. I hope you guys learn a lot tonight, and I hope you're having a good time. We're having a great time. I've learned a lot from doing stand-up comedy.
Honestly, have you ever, before in your life, seen a more talented microphone tech? That was Colette Desigue. A lot of us were like reaching for the stars. What are we gonna do? Where can we find our talent? Oh, it's comedy. Colette was her third choice, obviously. So fucking talented. Hold on a minute. Can I get a round of applause for Colette Desigue? That's enough. She wasn't that great. She still has to do chores. No, she doesn't, obviously. Who am I kidding, right? Wow, that was fucking great. I don't know, I'm at a pause. Oh, so pretty, so beautiful. So, my turn to do the dishes. You guys, I'm bringing out 2 more comics. I know only 2 more, but I have saved the last 2 for 2. This next comic, all of you know him. All of you love him. He is honestly, of all the comics that do this, of everyone who comes out here and just tries their hardest to just entertain a group of friends and colleagues, he is by far the Duncan Paciest. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for I don't even know what to expect, but every time it's fucking fantastic, Duncan Pace!
Hey there! How y'all doing tonight? I feel terrible. I feel like I'm dying. I tell everyone that I'm dying. That way when I die, I'm gonna be so right. I think that's what's important. I like to go up to people walking along like waterways and go, hey, you want to see a dead body? But really, I smell like chlorine and I haven't been swimming. I think that I'm dying. Keep getting fatter, no matter what I do, eating, not exercising. Went to the beach this summer. That's where you find out what you look like under clothes, isn't it? I used to go to the beach and look at like young women's bodies. Now I go and look at like 60-year-old men bodies who are in shape, and I'm just like, how did he do that? It looks like he could do a pull-up. Still getting over the fact that I feel like a failure because I was born cesarean. My first chance to see vagina, and I'm like, no, cut me out. There's a way, there's a natural way. You don't need surgery. No, mama will understand. Now that I'm getting older, my fantasies are changing. I spent 15 minutes today fantasizing about looking good in shorts. I don't know. It's hard for me to think about what's most important in the long run, because nothing sounds worse to me than a long run. I can't walk a mile in somebody else's shoes. I can't walk a mile in my own. I don't know, muscles are gross. Anybody in here in shape? I saw you coming in. I see you. I saw you. You were hideous. Muscles are gross. If you see them, they're all like bulgy and all these angles and shapes. Ugh. That's why God created fat and skin, to coat those horrible shapes and transform them into a soft, pillowy, ergonomic poosh, just a wiggly cloud. I'll keep my head stable and move my body, and they'll never know what my body looks like. You guys think that werewolves are just dudes with periods? Think about it. Every month you become unbearable, have to go to the outskirts of town, come back all bloody. You knew that's where that joke was going. Been with the same wonderful woman 10 years. 10 years, everybody. Thank you. I don't know if you're applauding me or just the concept of decades, but I'll take it. Anybody here getting into a relationship? Because I'm on the other end. I'm not getting out of a relationship. Just in the long, holding hands, smiling, walking towards death. Smiling, walk up, get to the grave site, jump up, slip, fall, and you're in your coffin. We're practicing on the bed. It's great. Gotta have activities. You know, you gotta pick your chores if you're in a couple too. You gotta sort of chart out your chore territory. I chose dishes because I find that's the manliest chore. And by manly, I mean easy. My life goals have just whittled down to like trying to get through life without cleaning a bathroom. That's just my only. And it's hard to be right. You can be wrong if you're on either side of any issue, like the behavior or the absence of that behavior, and I'm gonna end up wrong. Like, for instance, I think she resents when we're not having sex, because it's like, well, are you still interested? Is your interest elsewhere? Am I attractive? You know, normal stuff to think, right? And then I think she resents me when we are having sex because she has to. There's just, you know, it's just me. I show up like, hey, remember 10 years ago we made a deal? It's not on paper or anything, but based on cultural norms of the 12th century, I'm here to collect the sex. And the look on her face, like sometimes I just feel like she's cursed and I'm some sexual Rumpelstiltskin, like, it's midnight! You made the promise! Oh, some people out there tonight spinning gold. You know what I'm talking about. I think I'm too sensitive in bed. Not emotionally, but physically. I'm like one of those soap dispensers in a fancy bathroom that you don't have to touch, you just wave your hand under it. Just so. And you'll get your result. Enjoy the bathroom later. Enjoy that. Already been in there. You guys think that Nicki Minaj is just a lesser-known Jeff Dunham puppet? Some of you do. Back in the old days, a nice way to meet a lady was you could buy her a drink, see her across the bar, send her a drink, and she'd just drink it. She wouldn't check for roofies or anything. You could get to know her. And I saw that, I was like, well, I was wondering, why don't they do that with drugs? Drugs are popular. Excuse me, waiter, could you send this bag of heroin to the lady missing the ear? She's winking at me, blinking. She's passing out. Send her the drugs. Let her die, please. You guys think when they were building the first pyramid, they were really trying to build skyscrapers? But after the first floor, they're like, ah! This is taking forever. Taper, just taper it. Less each time till it comes to a point. We'll still make our hours. I think technology's gonna loop, you know how it does, and car phones are gonna be cool again. Except there's gonna be a car on your phone. Call it a now. Been saving money on iPhone cases. Turns out you don't need an iPhone case if you just never unclench it from your hand. This is my iPhone case. This is my soft, fleshy, hand-shaped iPhone case. Facebook, I'm on that like 500 times a day. I don't need to see your meals anymore. Sorry. They're nice meals, but this is my plan. Maybe you guys can agree. If you post a meal, 3 to 4 hours later, you have to post the dump. Just remember those chili fries? Find out who your real friends are. So do convertibles make you bald, or what's going on there? I think there's something stupid about baseball caps with football teams on them. Like, yeah, if you like football that much, you should have to wear the helmet. I don't know. Or the mascot head, something. I really don't listen to hip-hop or country very much, but I think between those two, hip-hop wins. Because at least in hip-hop, it was like a 5-year period where it was about like education and social uplift and communication and art, you know. There was no 5-year phase of country when it was about that. There was no phase of country where they're like, get an education and open up your mind. Guns are for the weak. Let's reconsider God. Evolution's like a line dance, kinda. Just trying to get them into it. Had a kid a couple years ago, because everyone on Facebook was doing it, so I had to do it. Great kid. Try to figure your kid out, you know, like I thought for weeks, my belt's been open this whole time. It popped as I walked out, I'm like, screw it, this is who I am. Let's just take a moment. Yeah, it's so sexy. Thrift store belt, ladies and gentlemen. Worth every penny. That's how much it costs. Try to figure your kid out, and I thought for weeks my kid was afraid of elevators. And then it turns out she's just afraid of how I look under fluorescent lights. I'm a monster. She's right. No, really, I am a monster. Today for lunch, I boiled yesterday's hot dogs in yesterday's hot dog water. That's lunch with Daddy. Take her to ballet and stuff. Spend a lot of time staring at bulletin boards. Let me ask you this. If you took a modern dance class 2 years ago, did you? Popped again. I'm gonna leave it. I'm a cool dad. I'm a pretty cool dad. I listen to her. I got a good partner. We reason. We try to give her every amount of her due. But it doesn't matter. She still thinks I'm terrible. Whenever she's like playing by herself and enacts how a parent sounds, it's like horrible and severe. And she's just playing like, I'm gonna put you in timeout, and you'll be there forever and ever and ever until your friends cry and all the mermaids go away. Like, I would never do that. She's just 3.5, so it's like all severe. It's like so severe, her play, you know. She was playing with this other kid who was like, I'm the sheriff, and this is my horse, and I run this town, and I'm in charge. And she just looked at him, she goes, no. I'm gonna ruin your horse. And I'm gonna ruin your town. And I'm in charge. You know? But I know what she's like. She has no control of her life. I have total control of her life. And it's weird. After you say no enough times, this gets blurry. Like, why do I have to decide everything? It feels weird. We're both humans. It's like a little baby jail. You wake up, she can't choose what she wears. She wants to wear like a bathing suit and sunglasses, and it's winter, you know? So I choose what she wears, and I'll be honest, it's usually stripes. When she eats, it's just colored food based on her sectioned tray. If she wants to go outside, it's only if I let her, and if I do, it's into like a yard with high walls and a guard whose main job is to break up fights. It's pretty much like a prison. But you have to be severe like that, otherwise she'll ruin your horse, you know what I'm saying? She said the scariest thing to me, oh my God, the scariest thing. It wasn't to me, but I heard it. You know how kids will play with anything, anything's a toy? Well, she was playing baby. And she was really being sweet and playing the mama and had a little baby. But the baby was one of those like mini cereal boxes. It was full of grape nuts. I don't know, why not? Baby box. The lid was off of it, sort of open on the top, and it was all sweet and like the baby box was sick, and she took care of it, and she listened to mama, and she gave it a lullaby, and then at some point there was some silent crime that happened, and she goes, no, you're bad, baby box, I'm gonna pour you out. And then went over to the door and just like emptied her baby. So scary. If you ever want to win a fight before it starts, pull the guy in and be like, I'm gonna pour you out, buddy. He's like, hey, whoa, you win, whatever, no trouble here. Trying to send her to school, a good school, but I don't know what to do. I was nursing home schooled. All I know is how many bedpans fit in the dishwasher and when each race ruined America. Thanks, you guys. My name's been Duncan Pace. Oh. I wanted to say one thing. 20 years it's too short a time to spend around such admirable and excellent people. I don't know half of you half as much as I'd like. And I like less than half of you less than half than you deserve. I have to go. I regret to announce this is the end. Put this off for far too long. I bid you all a fond farewell. Goodbye.
We'll miss him most of all. Ladies and gentlemen, Duncan Pace! Man, I hope you sucked up every last second of that you could. That was the amazing Duncan Pace. Let me tell you something about Duncan Pace. Hold on. And let me tell you, I'm a professional drunk. No fucking clue what this is. It's horrible, but it tastes professional. Ladies and gentlemen, Duncan Pace. So many magical things happened. They all had to come together like moons in a row. You guys had to be here. That's number one. Fucking thank you. Yeah. We have one great comedian left. I want to thank the people who made this happen. Douglas Young, are you here? Is he here? Fucking gave us the Blumenthal. Gave it to us. Fucking gave it to us. He just said, please don't say fuck. Our techs, Tony Wright, so amazing. The whole crew for the Blumenthal, you guys have just been on it. This is your second year of doing this at all, right? Oh, just our second year here. Great 2 years. Thank you so much. Yeah, I assumed you've done this before. Great. The Renaissance Fair? I'm not sure exactly what the Renaissance Fair did. Except for maybe provide like a lot of us with way too much fucking time off that we can put together this shit right here. Thank you so much, Renaissance Festivals. I mean, not just Jeffrey Siegel and Matt Siegel and this fair specifically. But really, just this one. Thank you. I heard a horror story about a fair, you guys. I heard a deep Halloween dark ghost story. I heard the story about the fair with no weed. No joke. I just saw people show up at this fair and be like, I just came from, won't say what fair, Maryland. Listen, we don't all do drugs. A couple of us do. Some of us smoke pot. Very few of us, honestly. But honestly, Maryland, get weed. Hugely popular. A coincidence? I don't know. Thank you, Maryland. We gotta thank, we don't gotta thank Belinda Bowe, photographer that really, and not only is she amazing, one amazing photographer, this is the one woman who's made Steve Cowan look less than 80 years old for the last 6 years. And there's a couple we refer to as Mr. and Ms. Krebs. The Krebs, you guys are fucking great. We love you so much. Michael, your beautiful wife, who I was told, whose name I shouldn't say out loud, because apparently she's other people's beautiful wife. Yes. Our after party's at the Kickstand and Bar. Huh? Everybody who goes to the Kickstand and Bar gets free. No, that's just us. Everyone else, come to the Kickstand and Bar. Come kick with us. Please hang out. Come kick it, have a beer, chill out. We'll be at the Kickstand and Bar. That's at 1101 Central Avenue, Plaza Midwood, assuming I'm not dyslexic. It could be 1011. Or 01111. But it's definitely 1101 Central Avenue. You guys, I just have to introduce one last comic. And I'd like to just get right to him. But I'm not gonna. There's two reasons any of you know me. Reason number one, Jeremy Jackson met me in my hometown of Winona, Minnesota, where he was currently fucking my sister. She just dumped him. Yeah, well, hey. He's hilarious, he's just apparently a shitty lover. Just according to her. Jeremy Jackson says, hey, I find you very obnoxious. I think people will probably pay money to throw tomatoes at your face. And I said, I'd love that job. But Jeremy's like, no, you gotta go through one more man. There's one more interview. So I go to a party. I'm at a party in Minneapolis. At this party, I'm pretty fucked up. I'm pretty young. I'm 24? I was 24 when I got to your fair. What happened? I had just invented the tampon shot. It's not gross. I take a clean tampon, I dump it in vodka, and I suck it dry. Hey, I wasn't always the mature human you see in front of you. I was a young child. So I go to the party where I know I'm supposed to meet the guy who's going to give me the job. Jeremy's like, come on, you're going to get this job. You just got to come to this party. And I get the party, and I forget it's an interview party, and I get kind of fucked up, and I invent the tampon thing. And I'm sucking vodka out of a tampon when John Spurvey walks around the corner. He looks at me and goes, oh yeah, you're hired. And that's how I became part of the Renaissance Festival. Thank you. Now, when you guys think of vegetable justice, we all think of one guy, right? You know, one face that launched 1 million tomatoes, and that's me. But another guy does vegetable justice too. He does. And he has perfect comedic timing. The comic I'm about to bring you, honestly, his comedic timing is, I've never seen anything like it. His timing is perfect. You know why that is? I have a theory. Your next comic was born with a sundial on his face. I give you the king of the ring, the reason we're here, the headliner for the whole night, honestly, the funniest person you're gonna see after I stop talking, Jeremy Jackson!
What's up, bitches? What an asshole, huh? Muggsy. He has the skin pigment of a 2-day-old McDonald's French fry. The light is just right. You can see right through him. always says my nose is so large, but when your eyes are that close together, everything seems big. If his eyes were any closer together, Greek heroes would be hunting him down in his cave. And we say goodbye to Duncan. I like his hobbit name is Snacky Pearbottom. When he goes into a bakery, it's a bad day to be a cookie. Enough about them. How you doing, Carolina? You horse thieving, Lincoln stabbing, cotton humpers? Yeah. Sure are a lot of honkies in here. One Blumenthal theater plus one Renaissance audience equals too many white people. Thank you. It is difficult up here for a pimp. Laugh all you want. I'm headlining, okay? Headlining. Whereas my friends back there like to say, going up last. Going up last, shut up, Jeremy, get back in your box. They beat me. So we'll get through this, guys. I know a lot of you got to work tomorrow, and the rest of us are with the Renaissance Festival. Hey, laugh all you want. Some of us have to wake up every day. I do vegetable justice, like he said, where they throw tomatoes at me while I call people fat. It's actually one of the better jobs you can get with a bachelor's degree in fine arts. It's a good way to meet people. I like to try to meet girls online, so please address me as Shadow Priest, Sexmaster 42. Some of you recognize me now. Yeah, I'm dangerous. That's what the name tells you. I'm a rebel. I killed a man in Reno when he was trying to save me from drowning. It counts, I'm a badass. Shot 3 guys this morning playing Call of Duty online. Played a lot of Call of Duty one night, got really drunk, woke up enlisted. Anybody else? Those terrorists are in trouble because I have unlimited ammo. I don't even have to wear pants sometimes, America. I don't really play video games that much anymore. The last time I finished a Call of Duty game, I turned around and I was single. I don't even know what level it happened during. I heard a door slam or was a gunshot, I don't know. There's not a lot of ladies out there saying, hey, why don't you level up that character for 7 hours and then we will have passionate coitus. Which coincidentally is the name of my next freeform jazz harp album. Got really drunk and lonely one night, signed up for a singles cruise, woke up the next day, gay cruise. I know, do I want to go through the torturous refund policy or explore the next chapter of my life? I don't know. I hope it's a good Zumba class. The only way I could be gay is because I slept with so many women, one of them might have actually been a dude, you know what I'm saying? Remember, it's not gay if you're crying. Trying to meet a woman who wants her man like her cheese. Old and stinky, with a back problem. The kind of cheese that doesn't listen very well and pees in the sink. The kind of cheese that stays home and looks at pornography while you do my laundry. You know what? I'm the cheese. I'm that cheese. Until recently, I thought sex was a race. A lot of girls love to hear, boom, finished, I win. As of last month, I have created more lesbians than folk music. It's verified. It's verified. It's my gift to the world. I don't even have to date them. I just go through a crowded area and touching them. I turn around, they're wearing combat boots. Yeah, the problem is, my whole life I've been super lucky. Dating young, beautiful women. And I know one day I'm going to have to date young, ugly women. What choice do I have, right? Don't hate the player. You know you're old when you go to a dubstep concert and you get kicked out because your ecstasy's expired. Or you show up with the wrong stuffed animal backpack full of glitter, you know? And it sucks getting older. My posture's getting worse as my nose gets larger. Screw you, physics, genetics. Get your sciences out of here. This is a church. Yeah. All right. Kind of forgot where my place was. Let's see if I can conspicuously take my notes out. Stupid. Okay. Sure are a lot of honkies in here. Damn it. Let's see what we got here. So yeah, posture, big nose, so big. Everybody thinks I'm Jewish, which comes along with like 1,000 fake stereotypes. My friend Steve Cowan, who actually is Jewish, often comes to me for legal advice. Which is why he's being sued. I accidentally sued myself once, but I won. And there's so many bullshit Jewish stereotypes just because you have a big nose, even I start to believe it. I looked in a mirror one day and I thought I was being audited. If I had a nickel, I wish I had a nickel for every time I heard a joke about how Jews hoard money. 'Cause I would save those nickels. Probably bury them. And I apologize for the racial tension and the religious jokes. This is just comedy. I don't mean everything I say. And we've come a long way in America. But if you don't think there's still segregation in the South, try working at a Renaissance fair without tattoos. Or dreadlocks. They make me use my own water fountain. People like me can get temporary tattoos. People with tattoos can get temporary jobs. Been to a lot of job interviews, and the worst thing you can do is screw up that first handshake. You know, that creepy handshake where you make eye contact. Next thing you know, you're just massaging the tip of their hand with your oily finger. You know, what do you do or say at that point? Anything you want, because you're never going to see that person again. I like to just hold their hand a little longer, lean in slowly, and whisper, "Run." Either they're going to call security or you're the new manager of that company. By Viking law. I don't care how old I get. I think it's charming to pass a note that says, "Do you like me?" But the guy in the next stall never agrees. It's about connections, maybe. I'm naive. How come in every movie where there's a gunfight, there's always some guy going, "Is that the best you got?" I mean, why? Why would you want to tell the person shooting at you that they could be doing a better job? It's way better to go, "I think you're doing great. Should feel pretty good about your progress. Let's go home, Dad. This guy over here thinks you suck." I believe there's 3 options in a confrontation. Fight or flight or fake a stomachache. I'm just naive. I've been trusting everybody way too much my whole life. I'm 42 years old and I got lured into a car yesterday. I don't even like candy, but the sex was amazing. Opportunities. I'm a method comedian. I research my roles, kind of like how Daniel Day-Lewis. I have to live and experience my jokes for them to seem real, which is why I broke into a zoo last night. I feel bad about that. Do you know how many baby seals it takes to make a fur coat? A lot, because they don't have any thumbs, they can't use the machinery, and they're stupid. I don't want to talk about how goddamn lazy they are. Just lying around in a big pile of cuteness. How do you stay mad at that? Thank you. That joke cost me $12,000 in fines. Saw a girl driving while texting the other day, and it really pissed me off because she was putting all of our lives in danger. So I ran her off the road and shot her. That's a joke about Republicans. No, I'm sorry, politicians. Sorry, we're in a church. Carolina is no place to mix religion and politics, all right? Somebody just left on that joke. So, Carolina, did they finally put NASCAR in the Bible yet? And from Earnhardt's rib, they created Danica Patrick. And then they ate the forbidden fruit, sponsored by Mountain Dew. I think it's offensive to suggest that a woman can't drive in NASCAR. And I think it's even more offensive to suggest that we can't put a little man in there to steer for her. It's about science and technology. Let me put it this way. I drive across the country. I'll put on cruise control, tilt steering, GPS. I'll drink a No-Dose and a Red Bull. Jesus may be my co-pilot, but science is really driving. Ooh. When rage overcomes you, and you're at a loss for words, follow the path of destruction, and goodness will prevail. Hulk 3:16. Thank you. When you want muscles, but don't feel like training or working out, get the best steroids government can buy. Captain America, Psalms. I don't mean to make you question all your beliefs, but that's me in the corner. It's me in the spotlight. Losing my religion. Oh no, I said too much. So I'm gonna leave. Thank you, you guys have been amazing. What a great night. Have a great time. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy motherfucking Jackson!
Oh, guys, we did it. We did it. We banded together as a group. We looked each other in the eyes. We all became human beings. No, that's not true. We all fucking laughed our asses off, though. Am I right? You guys, oh man, listen. Each and every one of you, as an individual and as a group, you've impressed me tonight. You've laughed when it was time to laugh. You cried when it was time to cry. You paid $10 when we really, really, really wanted that $10. I'm gonna bring every comic you've ever seen out right now and let you give them one more bit of that love that only you can give them. Bring on out right now, ladies and gentlemen. I give you the Almost Homeless Comedy Tour. Todd Hibbler. Todd Hibbler spinning the only onesie. Colette Desigue, Matt Cowing, Steve Cowing, Louis Connolly, Duncan Pace, Jeremy Jackson, and Nick Robinson. Thank you so much. We all thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Todd Robinson, Jeremy Connolly, Louis Mike.
A round of applause for Muggsy. You did a great job tonight. It takes a lot to dress like the baby that Charo and I still in the Love Boat. He was born on a Love Boat, obviously.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you out in the lobby, then we'll see you at the bar. We'll see you in our dreams because we love you from here to the future. Almost Homeless Comedy Tour! Thank you. Thank you. Blumenthal, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.